Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything around you, your life, your memories, the entire universe, might not be real. What if we are all just lines of code in a supercomputer, living out our days in a digital playground built by beings far more advanced than ourselves? This is the mind-bending proposition of the simulation hypothesis. The idea that our reality is not fundamental but rather a meticulously crafted illusion. It might sound like something straight out of the Matrix, but believe it or not, some of the brightest minds in science, technology, and philosophy are taking this idea very seriously. So, buckle up, space cadets, as we embark on a cosmic journey to explore the tantalizing possibility that we are living in a simulation.
Let's say for a moment that we are living in a simulation. The first question that pops into my head is, why? Why would anyone go through the trouble of creating a universe as vast and complex as ours?
Well, one possibility is that our simulators are a highly advanced civilization, maybe even our own descendants from the distant future, using simulations to study their past, kind of like an immersive history book.
Or perhaps we are witnessing the ultimate science experiment, a controlled environment to observe the emergence of life and consciousness.
Then there's the possibility that our creators are not biological at all, but rather a super-intelligent AI, using our simulated universe as a testing ground for its own inscrutable purposes.
Of course, we can't rule out the possibility that the beings behind the curtain are utterly beyond our comprehension, operating on principles that we can't even begin to fathom.
But here's the kicker. Some physicists argue that if simulations are possible and a civilization could create a universe filled with them, then statistically speaking, it's more likely that we are living in a simulation than not. Think about it. If there's just one real universe and countless simulated ones, the odds of us being in the original are astronomically slim. It's enough to make you question everything you thought you knew about reality, isn't it?
Now, you might be thinking, Neil, this is all very interesting, but is there any actual evidence to support this simulation idea?
Well, let's dive into some of the strange quirks of our universe that have some folks scratching their heads. First up, we have the mind-boggling concept of fine-tuning. The fundamental constants of physics, like the strength of gravity or the charge of an electron, seem to be perfectly calibrated for the existence of stars, planets, and life itself. Even the slightest tweak to these constants, and the universe as we know it would be a completely different story. This fine-tuning is so precise that some physicists have proposed that our universe might be the result of deliberate design.
Next, we have the realm of quantum mechanics, where things get really weird. The observer effect, for example, suggests that the act of observing a quantum system actually influences its behavior. It's as if reality is waiting for us to make a measurement before it decides what to do. And then there's quantum entanglement, where two particles can become linked, even across vast distances, in a way that seems to defy the laws of classical physics. These quantum phenomena have led some to speculate that our reality might not be as solid and objective as we once thought.
Moving on to the macroscopic world, some have pointed to the pixelated nature of reality as a potential sign of a simulation. Just like a computer screen is made up of individual pixels, some physicists believe that space-time itself might be quantized, meaning it exists in discrete units rather than a smooth continuum. If true, this could suggest that our universe is running on a finite grid, just like a computer simulation.
And let's not forget the elegant language of mathematics. It's often said that math is the language of the universe, but what if it's actually the programming language of our simulation? The fact that we can describe the laws of physics with such precision using mathematical equations could be seen as evidence that our universe is, at its core, a mathematical construct.
Finally, there's the ever-so-tantalizing possibility of glitches in the Matrix. Have you ever experienced déjà vu, that eerie feeling that you've lived through a moment before? Or what about those strange coincidences that seem too perfect to be random? Some believe that these could be subtle hints that our simulation is not quite perfect, like a crack in the digital facade.
All right, let's say for the sake of argument that we are indeed living in a simulation. What does that mean for us? Does it change who we are, our hopes, our dreams, our fears? Well, that's where things get really philosophically interesting. Some might argue that if our reality is artificial, then nothing really matters. Free will is an illusion, our choices are predetermined, and we're all just pawns in a cosmic game. But I tend to think about it a bit differently. Even if our universe is a simulation, the experiences we have, the emotions we feel, the connections we make, They all feel very real to us, don't they? And if a simulated being can experience joy, love and wonder, who are we to say those feelings aren't genuine? Besides, the very act of questioning our reality, of searching for meaning and purpose, is a testament to the incredible complexity of the simulation we find ourselves in. Now, you might be wondering, if we are in a simulation, is there any way to break free? Could we somehow hack the system, contact our creators, or even jump to a different simulation altogether? Well, that's where we venture into the realm of pure speculation. Some futurists believe that as our technology advances, we might develop the ability to manipulate the simulation itself, essentially becoming gods within our own digital domain. Others imagine a scenario where the veil is lifted and we come face to face with the architects of our reality. But perhaps the most profound question of all is, why are we here? What is the purpose of this grand simulation? Are we being tested, observed, entertained? Or maybe it's something far more profound and mysterious than we can imagine. Maybe our simulators are trying to solve a cosmic equation, unlock the secrets of consciousness, or even find meaning in their own existence. Whatever the reason, the possibility that we're part of something much larger than ourselves is both humbling and awe-inspiring.
Now, before we get too carried away with this whole simulation idea, it's important to acknowledge that there are also strong counter-arguments to consider. First and foremost, the simulation hypothesis, while intriguing, lacks concrete evidence. It's a fun thought experiment, but without any observable proof, it remains firmly in the realm of speculation. Second, even if we take the idea of advanced simulation seriously, there are computational limits to consider. Creating a universe as vast and complex as ours down to the smallest subatomic particle would require an unimaginable amount of processing power. Even the most powerful supercomputers we can imagine would struggle to simulate even a tiny fraction of the observable universe. So while not impossible, it seems like a pretty tall order, even for a super advanced civilization. Third, there's the argument from personal experience. Our senses tell us that the world is real, that the chair you're sitting on is solid, that the food you eat has flavor. While our senses can be fooled, they are generally pretty reliable, and there's no reason to think they are systematically deceiving us on such a grand scale. Moreover, the consistency of our reality, the fact that the laws of physics seem to hold true across the entire observable universe, suggests that we're dealing with something fundamental, not just a computer program. If we were living in a simulation, you'd think there would be more glitches, more inconsistencies, more evidence that the code is not quite perfect. Finally, there's the philosophical argument that the simulation hypothesis, while intellectually stimulating, doesn't actually get us any closer to answering the big questions about our existence. Whether we're in a simulation or not, we're still left with the same fundamental mysteries. Why are we here? What is the nature of consciousness? And what is the meaning of it all?
So, are we living in a simulation? The truth is, we don't know, and we may never know. But here's the beauty of it all. Even if we are just bits of information in a cosmic computer program, the universe remains an awe-inspiring and endlessly fascinating place. The sheer scale of the cosmos, the intricate laws of physics, the emergence of life and consciousness, these are all wonders to behold, simulated or not. The simulation hypothesis, whether true or not, serves as a powerful reminder that there are still vast realms of reality that lie beyond our current understanding. It challenges us to question our assumptions, to push the boundaries of knowledge, and to embrace the unknown with a sense of wonder and curiosity. Ultimately, the question of whether or not we are living in a simulation is less important than the questions it inspires us to ask about our place in the cosmos, the nature of reality, and the meaning of existence itself. It forces us to confront the possibility that our universe is far stranger and more wondrous than we ever imagined. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. You are witnessing the grandeur of the cosmos, a tapestry of stars, galaxies, and cosmic wonders that has captivated humanity for millennia. And whether this reality is real or not, one thing is certain: we are part of something truly extraordinary. But here's the ultimate question. If you could choose, would you want to know for sure if you were living in a simulation? Would you take the red pill or the blue pill? It's a question that has no easy answers, and one that each of us must grapple with on our own. The human mind is wired to seek patterns and explanations for the universe around us. It's in our DNA to explore, to question, to push the boundaries of what we know. The simulation hypothesis, while lacking definitive proof, is a testament to our boundless curiosity and our desire to unravel the deepest mysteries of existence. Whether we are living in a simulation or not, the universe remains a source of endless wonder and inspiration. So, keep looking up, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring the cosmos, both within and beyond ourselves.